Hello, welcome to Pearly Crochet. My name is Hannah, and today I've got a little bit of an exciting video. So, as I feel like half the world is, I am obsessed with Heated Rivalry. Watched the show too many times to count now. I haven't read the book yet, but put it on the TBR. We'll see how we go. But yes, so I was minding my own business in my own little world, doom scrolling on my TikTok. All of a sudden, I started to get TikToks, edits, interviews, everything with these two hockey guys. And I follow hockey. I was like, I don't know who these people are. I've heard about the book. So I'll go in the caption, see it's about Heated Rivalry. I was like, I don't even know there was a TV show about that. I did know about the book, but I haven't read it. And I was like, oh, I didn't know they had a TV show. So then I was like, okay, I'll get around to watching it. Waited a couple of weeks, and then the TikTok just would not stop. Would not stop. The For You page was insane. So I was like, I think I have to watch this show. So I sat down, watched it, like everyone else, became obsessed. And then I was thinking, I have to make something related to it. And I've been wanting to try tapestry crochet for the longest time, but just have never found something that I've really wanted to make with tapestry crochet. So then I was thinking maybe I could do something Heated Rivalry themed. And then I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok again, love TikTok, giving us everything, by Handmade with Kaye. And she had made this beautiful tapestry of the Heated Rivalry book cover. I'll put photos and everything to see, and I'll link her down below. So please go watch her little short reels, but also she did a little vlog on her channel as well. So please go watch that one of her making the actual tapestry. So she did that of the book cover, and I was like, that looks amazing. Don't think I'm that experienced at like I was scared. I was like, there is no way I can do that for my first go at tapestry crochet. That is crazy. So then I went to Pinterest and I was like, surely there is something I could make. And I found these. I found the hockey jumpers. And I was like, that's what I can make. That's what I have to make. Had the yarn in my yarn stash because I'm trying to use all of that up. So grabbed all the yarn I needed out of my yarn stash and got started. I wanted to sort of talk about how I did mine. I was going to like watch a bunch of videos how to do tapestry crochet and work it out that way. And then I kind of was like just thinking, I know how to color change. I'm just going to color change. And I'm just going to work it out and do it my way. Because I got a bit overwhelmed with everyone's different ways of doing tapestry crochet. And I was like, let me just see if I can work it out myself. So I did. I think I went okay for my first go. So then went to Pinterest, found the two images, one for each Ilya and Shane. And then I was like, okay, how do I take the pixel graph? So I'll show you guys what I did. How do I take these to this behind me? Like, how do I do that? Basically what I did, and I'll put up like a better photo or video show, I numbered along the top, numbered down the bottom, and for both of them I started from the bottom and worked my way up, and I just went for it, and I crossed off as I went, and as you can see, like with the grid, for me I did single crochets and each little square was one single crochet for me. And that's how I color changed. So same with the one for Shane. I numbered across the top, numbered across the bottom. Shane was a bit more difficult because he had more colors. He had 4 colours, and Ilya only had the 3. So I don't know why that extra colour hurt my brain, but it did. Shane took so much longer than Ilya's. I think it was also the outline of the letters on Shane's, whereas Ilya's doesn't have any. That was another challenge. Yes, so that's how I did like my little graph. That's how I did my little graph. The yarn I used, again, I've used most of it up, so I haven't got it here with me, but I'll put photos up. I just used the Spotlight 10-ply Spot Saver yarn, and I use those in the colors wine, black, white, and red was the 10-ply Spot Saver Spotlight yarn. And then I couldn't find the right blue for Shane's jumper in that yarn. So I was like in Spotlight thinking, because that was the one color I had to get. I was thinking like, what do I do? So I went to, I think it's Spot Saver still, but it's their Marvel range. And I got a 12-ply in the color Twilight in that, which was the closest blue I could get to the blue it was. That seemed to work reasonably well, even with the 2 differences in ply, like, because they were of 2 different yarn types, I don't think it was that different in size. It was really strange, like, looking at it and crocheting with it, it sort of felt the same. So that's how it worked out. Hopefully it looks okay. I know, unfortunately, I got stuck into them and I didn't bring everyone along for the ride of how I made them. But as it was my first time, I was like, I really just want to like see if I can do this before I share it with everyone. But next time I definitely will bring everyone along for the ride because it was really fun. As I said, for whatever reason, Shane's took longer than Ilya's. So for Ilya, I did his first, and he's only took me about 8 hours in total. I started it like after I got home from work and stayed up till 1 a.m. doing it because I was having so much fun. And I was rewatching the show as I was making them, so time went quickly. Then the next day I finished Ilya's, and then I started Shane's basically straight after. And Shane's took me about 12 hours all up. I had like 2 full days of crocheting his. As I said, I think it was the outlining around his number, like in the maroon color. It looks pretty, but for whatever reason, my brain was struggling to do all those color changes so much. But yes, and then I finished them pretty much. So this is what they look like behind me. I've got them on clothes hangers. I am aware I need to get some dowel and hang them properly. But I wanted to show everyone like the back as well. I'll show Ilya's first because that was the first one I made. Also, the back to me scratches an itch in my brain. It actually looks really cool. Shane's is a mess and makes me want to cry, but Ilya's looks cool. So this is what the front looks like, obviously. And then this is the back. So I did a lot of like carrying the yarn for his because it was easy with only the 2 color changes going on for his name and his number. So that's how it ended up looking like, quite cool, I reckon. And then this was obviously his name was my first go at lettering, which was really hard. And I didn't do any research beforehand to see if there was a better way to do lettering or anything. I just sort of went for it and said to myself, like, I'll see how this works out, and if it's an absolute mess, I'll frog it and do it again. But I don't think it ended up looking that bad with the single crochets. Shane's did look better because I did research a way to make it a little bit cleaner, and I do think Shane's lettering is cleaner with that little trick, which I'll share. But yes, that is the front and back of that one. And then I'm going to make sure I put it back where it stays. Good. So then this is Shane's. And as I said, he had the little like maroon around the lettering, which was a little bit more challenging. As well as the stripe going through the numbers. So all my color changes were in the one area until like his name. So it was a bit, a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I got through it. So you can sort of see on Shane's, because I start from the bottom, I sort of was like, I'd started to just color change and then tie off my ends and weave them in. And then as you can see, I sort of gave up on that because who likes weaving in ends? It was horrific. So it's like my least favorite thing of crochet. So I then ended up just carrying the yarn across. And I think it still looks cool. His is a bit like it's thin through here. This is the 12 ply marble. And then it's quite thick through where all the color changes are. So it sits a little bit funny flat, but hanging it's okay. And then his lettering was a lot cleaner, I feel, as well. And mainly because I did it a little bit on the numbers as well to make them cleaner too. I don't know what's a good way to show, maybe the E. But essentially I came across a video that said every time you've got a row, and say I was like using blue and I had to change to white. No, sorry, that's wrong. It was a trick that was like when you're using blue and you come across a white, but you still use blue across that row, if that makes sense, do back loop only. So then your like the white is at the front of the blue, if that makes sense. So a good way to show is like the E. I'll try and see if it shows up really nicely, but essentially all of the E bits, I've gone into the back loop with the blue in the middle bits, which I feel like makes the lettering stand out a lot more because it gives it that cleaner line. And I did it a little bit with like the 2 here and the 4 here. Again, just to give it that cleaner line and hopefully make it look better and more straight line rather than sort of higgledy-piggledy color changes everywhere. Hope that makes sense. But that's that was one trick I learned while doing it. So that's why I think Shane's letters for his name are a lot better than Ilya's. But I still like both. They still came up pretty good. Anything else I would change? Not really. I think now I'll have a look at now I'll go have a look at how-to videos on tapestry crochet and just look at all the other methods and see if there's maybe a better method out there for the more detailed tapestries. I would like to do some more. I'm just not sure what yet. I'm thinking maybe of doing some cherries or something simple. Other than that, I had a ball of fun making it. It didn't take as long as I thought. A lot of people like say it takes a long time. This didn't take me that long. So I would encourage people, like, if you're daunted like I was about tapestry crochet, don't be. Maybe do have a look at how-to videos though, and don't do what I did. But just have a crack and see how it goes, because I'm really happy with how mine came out and looking forward to trying some other patterns and things. And it's really easy. I know there is some websites out there some people use to make like the pixel grids and things. So I think I'll do that next time and sort of make my own grid. So yes, that's everything. That's my short little sharing of how I did the tapestry crochet for the first time. And in the comments below, tell me has anyone tried tapestry crochet, and what like tapestry crochet you use, like technique? And if you have any tips or anything about mine that I've done. Second, tell me who's still watching the TV show, because as I said, I'm currently rewatching it again. And who has read the books, and if I should read them, because yes, I will read them. I'm going to read them, but yes, I'm still busy rewatching the TV show again and again and again. Um, Also had a slight little freak out because, as I said earlier, I follow ice hockey, and I go for Vancouver, and they have one of the actors, the actor that plays Kip, at our game the other night, and we won. So I was very, very happy, and it was very, very cute. But yeah, so it's just exciting seeing all this stuff go. It's really fun. But yes, and then we're all in it together. It's so much fun. Anyway, I'm going to go. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. It sounds corny, but leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of me, and follow me along. Other than that, that's it. So I'll see you in the next one, hopefully.